Welcome back to the U.S. Sport Aviation Expo here 2015. I'm Ben Coleman, one of the hosts for Florida Aviation Network, and we're a strategic partner with Air and Space Television. And you never can tell who you're going to run across here. And uh, you, you know, the folks that have been on this Earth, and if there were any Earths other than the one we're on, this man would be there. Story Musgrave.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
I'm doing
Glad to
well.
be here. Yeah.
And Story, this is where all the light sport activities going on behind us. But I understand you're here to talk to a group about some of your exploits that you did out walking around in the space area.
These people. I'm going to celebrate mostly aviation today, but I'm going to start back, solo in a Taylor craft, and then just a little bit of my stuff in Korea, a little bit of stuff with the Marines. R3350, 3,000 horsepower motor, starting on I started with the Corsairs, these Corsairs, AD Sky Raiders, and take it from there. My air show days, my sailplanes. I'm here to celebrate aviation with these kind of folks right here. But
Well,
I have some lessons along the way. It's how you build a lifestyle for yourself, one little flight at a time.
one, and that's like the folks that they really boast about how much experience they have, particularly the airline guys going across the pond. And I've got 40,000 hours. Is that 40,000 hour once?
I've been across the pond too.
You've been across many
Called
ponds.
in a PBY at 150 knots across the Pacific. No, I've done that too.
That you see.
So we landed to get fueled by the ship.
Yeah.
You know how many days to go across the Pacific? So I've done all that stuff. I've done some fun stuff.
Well, and what's interesting, we were talking before we started talking here behind the camera here, is how we typically wind up going back to where we started. And I was a mechanic when I started in aviation, and I've accomplished a lot, but not nearly as much as you. But I'm looking forward to getting back into accomplish.
You've probably done just as much as I have. It's not what. You just do the best you can.
I haven't repaired the Hubble. I've looked forward to doing that, but I just haven't had that opportunity.
Well, I got the opportunity because I'm a farm kid and I was a crew chief with the Marines. That's why I get that opportunity. No one brought that pedigree to the astronaut corps.
But Story, here's the thing that I'd like for us to develop with particularly our young viewers of this is a lot of this don't just come to you. You got to reach out and go for it, and that spirit and that drive is what.
That's life. So life is, here we are the 16th of January. So what opportunities arise today? Given the skill set that I got right now, what opportunities, what doors can I leap in and go? And that's like, what playing field can I get on? It's a new playing field all the time. What are the rules of the game, and what do I need to get to the finish line? And so, but the kind of stuff I give is really encouraging to the kids because they see they can do what I've done. I have done nothing. It's one little step at a time. That's all I've ever done. But there's simple little steps. You can join the U.S. Marine Corps Active Reserve today. And you can come out to the airport and just, you know how I got started in aviation? It's called go to the airport and pump gas.
Sweep hanger floors, pump gas, hang on the fence.
Yeah, it's called pump gas. And so you got this very sophisticated airline captain or something, it says, Story, how you get started? I said, I went to the airport and pumped gas. He didn't have to ask another question. He knew exactly how I got started. And so that's what I tell these kids. I said, you're working at Best Buy, you're working at McDonald's, don't you ever forget that you did that, because that plays a part in your future. So you come out here and you pump gas. And you'd be surprised it all happens. People take you for a ride, you work for them for nothing. Before you know it, you're getting paid. That's what you do. A door opens, a little door of opportunity, jump in and go.
But you're not going to you're going to make those opportunities happen sitting on a couch.
You make it happen coming out here.
Exactly. And for the parents listening out there, make that available to your kids. Bring them out to the airport if they say, Mommy and Daddy, I want to go.
You got to think about what opportunities you give your children, what opportunities along the way you give them, whether it's art, whether it's digital, whether it's dirt. My little 8-year-old, man, she's in the dirt all the time. She's in the slime, she's in the pond water, but she's learning. When she gets to take care of Earth later on, it'll be from the heart. It won't be academic exercise. So parents, you can think in very simple ways. What can I do, what little thing can they play with today?
And I always encourage if somebody says, well, I think Johnny would like to be a mechanic. Well, does Johnny take things apart? He says, oh, all the time. Well, does he put them back together? Well, no, he just kind of leaves them straight. Well, encourage him to put it back together.
Put it back together. But let him play in the garage. Let him play in the garage. Give him an opportunity to play in the garage.
Make things out of wood if you
Give them
want
the
to.
right kind of stuff too. Give them the mechanical stuff. Digital is not enough.
Well, and the story that mechanics goes deep, deep with us, and piloting is I look as just a different form of mechanic and maintenance and structural awareness and
Yeah.
systems understanding. And I'm encouraging folks. If I ask pilots, "Are you a mechanic?" "Oh no." "Would you like to be?" "Well, not really thought about it." "Well, why don't you think about it?" And the mechanics, I say, "You ever thought about flying an airplane?" I said, "Well, I'd like to, but I've never really thought about it." "Well,
I know.
why don't you think about it?"
Put the worlds together, man. Put the worlds together.
Because we're
That's the way I learned as a pilot. That's why I learned the airplane on the hangar floor.
you know anything about farm equipment or anything?
Yeah, I'm a farm kid. I was riding a hay balers at age 8, tying the knots when the machine wouldn't tie the knots. It's called 9044. I drove everything at the age of 9. Tractor truck, the whole thing. And I could keep it, by 12 or 13, I keep machinery going when it was broken. It's not a repair job. Mechanic does that. I could keep it going.
But
That was my start.
and I tell you, Story, I've been having a little pain in the back of my head here. I understand you're pretty good on brains.
I was going to be good on brains, but I didn't end up there. I ended up as a trauma surgeon. I wanted to go to brains. But you know, as going to medical school, how did I get in medical school? With one stupid sentence. I went in there and I looked at the application guy right now. He said, "Why are you here? What are you going to do?" I says, "I'm going to get to understand their brain. I'm going to fix it." "You anything?" "No. I'm going to understand the brain. I'm going to fix it." You understand that? They couldn't turn me down because the medical school had to have, not just take good clinicians, but had to take someone who's going to do something for them. This is a nutcase we got here. He's going somewhere though, and he did. And he did. But I got into the brain from computers. See, I made that leap. I was operating on the biggest computer in the world, IBM 709. But how's the brain work? Okay, we'll go do that. So, Ben, it's one little step at a time. It's what doors are open to me today?
Well, Story, I look forward to being in the crowd tonight or this afternoon or this evening. You're going to be talking, I think.
I'm talking this stuff. I'm talking this stuff right here. One little step at a time.
Okay, well, let's get more into it and develop that later. Story, thanks so much for your time, sir.
Okay, sure enough, Ben.
All right, we're going to jump inside and see if we can find any more little stories walking around and talk with some folks that how they want to get involved with aviation and what they're doing to make it happen. Take it easy. We'll see you inside. Let's go, Obi.